And I said, okay, sure. So I wrote a little something. Well, she sent me an email and said, can I have some bullet points, please? So I wrote something, I sent it to her. She goes, this is really great, but I need you to change it. Could you do this and this and this? Okay, fine. So I changed it to what she said. She told me what to say, and then I changed it again. So. I might not get invited back next year. My husband will raise the paddle up. And this is our friend Alice Hilbert. We love Alice. She was our homeowner, and we would like to first say congratulations to John. He was our project manager. Truly exceptional. Okay, so my firm, Perkins Coie, LLP, has been a supporter of RTS for a number of years. The first time I volunteered was 2 years ago, and last April I had the pleasure of serving as a volunteer coordinator for Perkins for our Spring Rebuilding Day project. We partnered with another longtime sponsor, Intellectual Ventures, and I had the opportunity to work with their volunteer coordinator, Karen Fuller. About a month before our rebuilding day, along with our project managers, John Hanks and Joe Newland, and also Gail was there testing the lead, we got to meet Alice. We learned that Alice was a 21-year veteran, disabled, who desperately needed our help in her home. On rebuilding day, we got to Alice's home, and she was ready to go, not like the homeowner we went to the year before. Gail can tell you about that. She was our project manager that year. We put the volunteers to work tackling a huge list of repairs, including, but not limited to, I do work with lawyers. I love this group. Cleaning out the front and backyards of blackberries and overgrown trees, removing a car from the backyard that John told 3 women, go ahead and just take care of it. They did, they called the boys. We rebuilt her backstairs, recarpeted floors, cleaned her house, and worked on some plumbing issues that she had. I have to admit, when we showed up a month before, I never thought we would get all of that work done, but we filled up 2 garbage dumpsters, one full of yard waste, and the other full of things that Alice wanted to get rid of, but just wasn't able to. I was amazed at the difference a group of our 60 volunteers could make in one day. Throughout the day, many of our volunteers took the time to talk with Alice to learn what an inspirational woman she is. I was truly thankful for the opportunity to work with her as well. Alice is so kind and humble and appreciative of our help. And I just lost my place. She would have been happy with 1 or 2 improvements and was blown away by the generosity of the volunteers. A couple of months ago, I ran into Alice in downtown Seattle. Just seeing and talking with her brought a smile to my face and uplifted my entire day. When I spoke with her earlier this week, she told me she ran into another one of our volunteers, also in downtown Seattle, who said, hey, I worked on your house. She thought he was going to ask her for money, but... she couldn't remember his name, but she did know that he was the person who worked in the front yard and put the bricks down. Throughout my experience, I was touched by the spirit of volunteers with whom I worked, and they were clearly touched by Alice and her story, including John and Joe. In order to lay the carpet on Sunday, John needed to paint and prep the floor, so my friend Laura and I were able to take Alice out to dinner, which was truly a treat for us. Because the floor was wet and it was late, we had to put some of Alice's belongings outside overnight. John and Joe were concerned about Alice's things, so they took it upon themselves to sleep in their truck that night to make sure her belongings would be safe. Tonight was the first time that I had heard somebody actually slowed down and took a little look until they saw John and Joe in the truck. Did you know that? I didn't know that. These truly are 2 of the most amazing and compassionate young men I know, and I hope my 10 and 13-year-old daughters meet boys just like them someday. A long time from now. Working with Alice is an experience I'll never forget. The mission of RTS and service the staff and volunteers provide are exceptional. I started this volunteer project because I'm on the Community Service Committee at Perkins Coie. I'll continue supporting Rebuilding Together Seattle because our dollars and volunteer time will change the lives of our many wonderful and deserving homeowners like Alice. Please join me in making a donation this evening and sign up to volunteer for a project next spring. It's absolutely worth it. And John Edwards, could you raise your hand, please? John wants to be a project manager next year. So now I have the pleasure of introducing you to my friend Alice Hilbert, who's going to read some words.
I'm reading my thank you note. Dear friends, I'm having trouble. Saturday, April 30th, 2011 is a day I will never forget. It was so exciting to see all the volunteers arriving at our home. And thanks to John Hinks, our project manager, everything was so organized. All the volunteers had smiles on their faces and treated me with great respect, making sure I knew what was going on at all times. It is so amazing what 60 volunteers can do in one day. Our home is truly beautiful inside and out. I am still finding little hidden treasures that surprise me, like the way my camellia tree was pruned, the bricks in front for our flower garden, coordinating colors of the drapes to match my furniture. Thank you, Rebuilding Together Seattle, for helping me start my life over. I love all of you. Love from Alice and